From philosophy, emerging out of philosophy, that third branch, ethics, is purpose. And purpose is the object for which something exists. What makes a human being different than any other form of animal on the planet is the fact that a human being can choose a purpose. A dog cannot choose a purpose for its life. If it could, it probably would not live with you. A cow cannot choose a purpose for its life. If it could, there'd probably be no such thing as McDonald's. But what makes us different than any other form of animal is the fact that we can contemplate and choose and move in the direction of a purpose. Now, if we don't do that, if we're not so-called purpose driven, then we live like every other animal. All animals live in survival mode, survival mentality. All other animals, and this is, I think, where the turn of the century, of the last century, psychologists got it wrong with the behaviorism, is that their basic comment on this, their metaphysical view, is that mankind lives in the seeking of pleasure and the avoidance of pain. And if you're living by pain pleasure principle, you're living in survival. All you're doing every day is trying to find some pleasure by chance and trying to avoid some pain if you can. And that is not a purpose. With purpose, every day you recognize that there is going to be some pain, there's going to be some pleasure, but your constant companion is always purpose. It's the true north. It's the compass setting. It moves you in a direction. So once you have your philosophy, from that philosophy derives your purpose. That purpose now starts to give you direction in the most important areas of your life, as we already cited, not just your career, but it could be your relationships, you personally. Spirituality is a very big one. Having a purpose in that. All these things matter, and your purpose is going to really, in large part, dictate: are you going to have an existence of survival, or are you going to live in some kind of a passionate way that creates achievement that fulfills you?
I think it's important to highlight why purpose is important, because just like pain and pleasure, it's fleeting. Like, you will have your purpose is the constant. If you have defined what your purpose is, it never goes away. It's just like motivation, right? Like when I talk to my women, it's like some days you're going to wake up and you're not going to want to work out, and other days you're going to be so excited to work on whatever task I've given you. The motivation, the pain, the pleasure, those things all come and go. But if you have a clearly defined purpose, it doesn't matter what the day brings. You are able to continue on that steadfast. You are able to continue to persevere and to have that consistency and that perseverance in order to actualize, whatever it is that the goal might be or that you've defined for yourself. I think that's really important.